What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Starting off the podcast a little bit different today because we've been absent the past couple weeks. Don't worry, we aren't going anywhere. Just some life and some scheduling issues come up, but we are ready to get back at it and ready to keep the content rolling. Want to invite everybody to come check out the website, coveringstrongbacks.com. Sign up for our email list, and you'll get offers and any sales that are coming up. You'll know about any new T-shirts or merchandise that's coming out. You'll know about it first, and you also get a discount immediately with 15% off, and then you also get a 10% perpetual discount for just being a part of the email club. So come check us out, and thanks for tuning into the podcast. Welcome to the Covering Strong Backs podcast.
You ain't having fun this way.
It was completely silent until you saw the two. What's going on, everybody? Covering Strong Backs podcast 010. We've made it to double digits, and it's actually podcast 11 because we tried to do this yesterday. And we failed utterly. Had some internet issues. Y'all don't have to worry about any of that because I don't think we're going to have any internet issues today. So with me today, my good friend Chris Morgan as always, but also special guest Evan Jackson, all the way up from Farmington, Maine. Whew, it just makes me cold thinking about it. I'm sure it's not even that cold there yet for you, but for us
nice
Southerners,
40 degrees in rain right now. Beautiful.
40 degrees in rain. Chris, before you got on, I was telling Evan I forgot to turn the heater on in here after our podcast yesterday, so it's freezing in here right now. I am at 56 degrees.
That's actually quite cool.
It is a little cooler. It's a little cooler than I want, but I just trained, and so I'm just cooling off right now. It's a cool down session, if you will.
It's
32
degrees in Minnesota, if anybody cares. But it's nice, 69 degrees in my house.
Nice. Cool. Well, Evan, hey, it's good to have you on here. Tell us a little bit about yourself. We'll get to that in a minute. So,
It's going off format.
No unofficial sponsors. We're doing this in the morning. So coffee is, I think all of us have a little bit of coffee. Yeah. Nothing better.
World's best farter.
In the morning. Let's talk about some merch. I was going to say t-shirts, but Evan, you're not wearing a t-shirt. You look cozy over there.
I got a t-shirt on under this. So I got two for today. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Double up.
What do you got on under it? Let's
I got the Creed hoodie, and then underneath it I got the Just Be Stronger.
Beautiful. So tell me about the Just Be Stronger, because that was actually your idea, and I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, that was a special request I had after you had put out some of the first like text shirts, like Just Go Faster and Just Try Harder. That I think came from Jared originally. I might be wrong about that, but I saw those and I was doing...
he said Just Go Faster, and then I sort of just took off with it and made some GGA related merch. But yeah, go ahead.
Got it. Yeah, anyway, so I was doing a Broken Arrow, which is a long, hard workout, and I was sort of frustrated with my performance, and I kept telling myself that all I had to do was just be stronger.
That's an easy thing to do.
Yeah. And but then I thought it could be more than that, and then if I had one that was, the text was mirror imaged, so the video is reversed, but this is actually like backwards. And if you had it backwards, it would reflect at you in the mirror. And if you're having like a tough day or whatever, you can look at yourself and tell yourself.
That's a great
idea.
Yeah, you told me that idea, and I like slept on it for a little bit, and then you reminded me, and I was like, what am I doing? And I just immediately put it on there, and I just thought, like, what a cool idea. And I think the words I used was like, this one's not for them, it's for you, or something like that. It's just a cool shirt. Just a cool shirt, cool idea.
I like how you just, take Evan's ideas for shirts and immediately affect those into your business plan.
Yes, I do.
Like, I had the Creed shirt, that took months, and I have
It did not take months. That did not take months. Creed was very quick. In fact, I think you said Creed, and then I just made it. And then it was on there.
I feel like
now there are some shirts for sure that you have come up with, and I may be resting on my laurels, but it's okay. Good shirt.
Well, you're busy. You got a new day job now.
You got like 6 jobs, and you keep adding to them.
How come you didn't make that all my Squat-tobers one? That was important to me, but
I could have done that. I did not.
You got one day left.
I got another day. Yeah. Yeah, you told. Well, no, that was the problem. You told me 3 or 4 days ago at the end of October.
But I just thought about it.
Anyway,
it would be a great meme.
Yeah. Anyway, Chris Morgan with his Heritage Edition Element 52 Mission, and I'm wearing my work shirt. So, big fan of.
Because you got work.
Both of those. I've got a lot of work. So I like to remind myself. Cool. Well, let's talk about a little bit of training. Like I said, I just trained. Little indoor session, one that I'd missed from the week, little push press. The other sessions have been absolutely brutal. Just like 45 seconds on, 45 seconds off for 6 rounds, RPE of 10. Take a glorious, and when I say glorious, I mean a little bit sarcastic, 3-minute break. And then go right into 90-90s, that same idea, 7 or 8. So still a hard run. And
those are hard.
He just, and what I understand from them is this isn't even like hard Marco. This is kind of like a easy Marco. So I may be going hard to kill after this.
Yeah, Mark Bishop, who's on, I think, the last episode, he and I exchanged, and he uses very colorful language to describe what Marco puts him through on a weekly basis. Even for me, it's like, I don't know if I want to repeat that on the podcast. That's saying something.
Yeah. So Evan, you're hard to kill for lifer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who has the most cycles? Yeah.
I think
is it
Chris
you,
has
Morgan, that has the most cycles between the two of you?
Consecutively, I think I started like 2 months before Evan, so maybe.
Got him.
But we're pretty much right on the same
neck and neck,
same level. But I don't know. We don't know in the community if there's others that have been on hard to kill for a long time. Probably, I'm guessing.
I'm sure. He switches. I was trying to think. What's the Aussie's name? Now I feel bad for not knowing him.
Al Brook.
Yeah, what's his name?
Yeah, Al.
Brook.
Al, I'm sure, has done several. I don't know how many consecutives, but I think he does strength. He does strength
too.
He'll switch it in and out. But, yeah.
He's a beast. We should get him on.
Yeah. Let's do like a midnight edition or something. Cause
we'll just make him do it.
Or something glove, or make him do it at midnight. I wasn't talking about us for Americans. We don't do stuff like that.
Yeah, we don't modify our schedule.
So, Evan, how has your week been as far as hard to kill?
Not bad. This cycle's definitely a burner. This week my hamstrings are pretty fried, but not too bad overall. Been enjoying it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's been a wild hard to kill cycle, like the whole time.
Yeah.
Jared's back on it, as Trempa says. That's just makes it different.
That's not good.
And I believe you. I mean, it's been great. But Evan can attest to this. I have been sore like all 4 work weeks of this cycle, other than deload week, which is appropriate. Yeah. But yeah, it's been insane. Like that first wave, so many squats. And then
that was rough.
This wave, just you had 2 meet yourself days during this week.
Yeah, I was going to say, Brain Biscuit was this week, right?
Yeah.
And let everybody know what Brain Biscuit is. It sounds terrible already.
Brain Biscuit is 100 kettlebell swings, 1 minute rest, 100 burpees, 1 minute rest, 100 double unders. And you continue on for 30 minutes. So I saw somebody yesterday got through it almost twice, and I'm like,
yeah, that was crazy.
Like, that's insane.
That was unreal.
I got through
that?
the burpees.
was
Daniel
that?
Font. Daniel Font.
He's pretty fit dude too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really fit. But yeah, I got to 53 on the second round of burpees, and I was just like, I didn't get off the floor for about 5 minutes. It's just gross.
I only got through
you look very green.
kettlebell.
What's that, Evan?
I only got through the second round of kettlebell. I didn't get to a second round of burpees.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
And then, yeah,
I didn't
burned
do it.
800. Oh, yeah, I know. I burned 800 calories in that workout, and I know, like, that is, I don't think that's ever happened. But again, maybe earlier on, I didn't have a chest strap, so with a Garmin. But yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, it felt like 800 calories.
I imagine 800 for you is doing a lot of work because I remember starting out GGA and following Hard to Kill, 900 calories. I mean, that was just a daily. That was just what happened when I did Hard to Kill. But I think I was doing it wrong. And if you follow Jared and
going too hard,
what he practices, you don't have to go like kill yourself, breakneck speed every day to see results. But I was, and
yeah.
And when your heart rate easily gets into the 180s and 190s, whatnot, 800 calories in an hour is not that hard to achieve. Quote unquote.
Like, you can get that really easily if you go for a hard run. Like, hard run for an hour,
right?
You can burn 800 calories. But I would say normally, depending on the day, I'm in that like 400 to 500 range.
Yeah.
So that gives you a sense for how metabolically demand. Yeah. Yesterday's workout solicited a strong metabolic response, as they say.
Just looking,
but that was only one of the terrible things. That kettlebell swing push-up thing from Tuesday was like just mean. Like,
that was horrible.
12 kettlebell swings, 12 perfect push-ups, 10 seconds rest, continue for 20 minutes, and it's supposed to be all unbroken. It's like, I got through like 4 rounds, and I'm like, yeah, this is not happening.
Yeah,
and then
here.
You have days like today. My little endure session, I burned 250 calories.
Yeah.
It was a strength day.
I had what did I do? I did some work this morning. It's like Saturday. I treated it like a Wednesday. Did some work this morning, but then I did a sexy Saturday. So I did a mile run. I did 10 rounds of Cindy. Then I did 3 rounds of kettlebell snatch, 5 each arm. Then heavy rows and heavy barbell curls.
Nice.
And then kind of a shoulder session after that. So it's 40 minutes in and out.
And you told us you've made it to 165 pounds. Is that what I understand?
No, I'm up to 190.
An adult man weighs only 165 pounds.
That's not me.
That's
That's
no,
me.
that is somebody else. Yeah, that's somebody else. I made it to 190, just FYI, everybody. When I was in 11th grade. I don't think I've been back under like once.
Well, you're also like 6'4" or something.
I'm not 6'4". I'm like 6'1", the most. On a warm day, I make it to 6'1".
I can never really tell. But Evan, I don't know if you know this, but they all call me short. Our little like thick squad group. I'm the short guy in the group.
Yeah.
Which is funny for a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm not even the shortest person in the group.
He's not.
It's like I'm like right in the middle, and I'm also in the middle of humans because I'm like all of 5'10", 5'10 and a half. So
I thought you were slightly above average, right? Aren't you just above average? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 5'9" is the average human or average male in the U.S. So yeah, slightly above average.
What me, Kyle, and Todd, we're all over 6 feet.
Yeah.
And then there's you and Ryan.
And Adam. Adam's not tall.
How tall is Adam?
He's like, probably between Ryan and I.
Yeah. Ryan's like 4'9", I think. I don't think he ever quite made it to 5 feet.
That's why we call him the Ninja Gorilla. Todd's the tallest, right? He's a pretty tall guy.
Todd's like 6'3" or something ridiculous.
Yeah, big dude.
Yeah. How tall are you, Evan?
Yeah. You're like casual size.
I think
he's like
5'7", and I think he throws in the half. He throws in the half, but it's not a real thing. Maybe it has something to do with being at sea level. He thinks that.
Norfolk.
Yeah, Norfolk.
That's where he lives. It's weird that we're basically halfway through the cycle already. It's kind of bizarre. Just goes fast.
Yeah. And I'm ready for the second half. It's been pretty good though. It's been I think they've done good on all of them. I feel like the whole community's feeling good about this one.
It's going really well, but we all need to train extra hard because it's fat season for sure.
Well, yeah, the amount of calories is going to be consumed. I've got on my schedule 2 Halloween things to go to today and 2 tomorrow. I'm not excited because
speaking of Halloween,
the boys will have candy for 2 months. Where are you going?
Show you what's up.
For anyone just listening, oh God, here it is.
Yeah, it's going out.
You should have just waited to the break.
Why? It's funny.
Then you would have just been wearing it, and it would have been better.
This is my
For anyone listening, belt. Chris Morgan has went and ascertained a wolf pelt, much like you would see in a Vikings show.
Yep, that's what I'm going. We have somewhere between 35 and 45 people coming to our house today for adults only Halloween party. It's not a swinger party, Trampus. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Is that all you're going to be wearing?
Yes. So that's that. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. I don't think Evan or I got the invitations, but, it's fine.
What are you going to Halloween as? Dressing up as a cool person?
You must be talking to Evan. I'm just wearing the T-shirt I made of the Headless Horseman, and that's my Halloween costume.
I like it.
Yeah. Evan, are you going trick-or-treating?
No, I don't. It's not really too much of a thing where we are, but it's pretty rural.
Yeah.
So there's not too many people around.
I know how that is, Trev.
Yeah, Chris Morgan's rural as well. He lives 15 minutes out of Minneapolis, so extremely rural. He's got 580 megabytes of fiber right now. Evan and I are sharing like 40 megabytes.
Okay. So
Evan and I are fighting over each other to see which pieces of information get pushed through, and Chris Morgan's literally got like a 48-inch pipe just sucking it in there. So rural.
I live 30 miles from the city. I have a well and a septic tank and a propane tank. So, and 3 acres. So, kind of rural.
And fiber internet. So I just don't believe the first 4 or 5 things you said there.
I've had fiber internet for 10 days.
Evan, you say you're rural. How rural is where you are? Like, how close is your next neighbor?
Oh, I mean, they're not that far away. Like, we live on a 5-acre property, so like there are houses around. They're just really spaced out.
Yeah,
so it's kind of a neighborhood.
C-Trav?
I also have a well, a septic tank, and a propane tank.
That's the definition. You can't get away from it.
It's funny. I've got city water.
Yeah, how's your city? I live in rural South Carolina, but I'm connected to utilities.
I grew up with a well, propane tank, septic tank. But I've now moved to the big city.
I grew up in a much more rural place than you, but we were part of city utilities there too. So
next time you come down, I should take you where I grew up. It's out there. But let's take a quick break, and then we'll get to know Evan a little bit more.
Right on.
Hey, everybody. I want to thank you for listening to the show and encourage you to go to coveringstrongbacks.com and sign up for our newsletter. Yeah, it's an annoying pop-up. I get annoyed by it too. I go to the website, pops up, it annoys me. I get it. But if you sign up, you'll be able to stay informed with all of our new apparel coming out and any new sales or offers that we're offering. So check it out, and thanks for listening to the podcast. I've almost flipped over to 55 degrees, and I'm in zone 2 as we're speaking here. We're back. Yeah, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sitting through that. And let's get to know Evan Jackson a little bit. So, Evan, you're up in Farmington, Maine, where we were talking a little bit yesterday. It doesn't sound like it gets as cold as Chris Morgan, like for a long stretch, but it definitely drops below zero for stretches. And that's something really I've never experienced.
It does. I mean, we don't get a lot of we don't really get like minus 20 or minus 30 very often. But there's a lot of like minus 5, minus 10 kind of thing.
Is that because of like the coastal, like you're more coastal than Minnesota, I guess. So does that, some of that moisture help?
Yeah, that's a little bit of it, but we are like a couple hours away from the coast still in this part of the state.
Yeah.
So it's not like super moderate.
Okay.
But that definitely helps, yeah.
That's cool.
You guys get a lot more precipitation and snow than we do. That's for sure.
Do you still train out and all that?
It can be snowy, wet.
Do you still train out and all that?
I have to.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen pictures, and it looks like you're outside all the time. I mean, you've got gloves on and all your winter gear, and you're just out there getting after it. And
I'll get it out of the way. If you've seen Rocky IV and all the montages where Rocky's training in the barn in the snow, that's Evan Jackson. That's how he trains, like all through the winter. It's crazy. He's just
how fitting for him to wear his Creed shirt today, or his hoodie.
Rope, like running up mountains. Russians are chasing him and crashing in the snowbanks because they, are in a car and they can't keep up with a human on foot.
Well, that happens. That happens especially in the snow.
I don't know how to drive in the snow.
From what I understand, that happens in the snow. I don't get a lot of snow here, but we try. We try. Yeah, we got like 2 inches last year. Pretty intense.
Yeah. So it gets much colder in Minnesota, probably than Maine. Not much. Like the difference between minus 10 and minus 25 is like nothing. But I train in a basement where it's like 69 degrees year round, and Evan's out there.
Yeah, Evan, you're in
toughing it out.
You're in a barn, right?
I mean, I train out in my garage, but it's uninsulated.
No, okay.
It's basically like a barn.
I don't know why I was thinking barn.
Yeah,
so an uninsulated garage.
Uninsulated.
Yeah, we have a barn.
Trav's shed in South Carolina is insulated against the cold. And,
yes. Yes, it is.
Your garage that you train in year round is not. That's how much tougher than
this isn't a. This no. That doesn't even. I sit here for hours. Okay. Tell me that's not different. You still work in 69 degrees at all times.
I know I do.
Does your truck have remote start?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, so it's warm when you get there. You have to walk all the way to your office.
The garage is attached to.
Oh my god.
And covered at work.
I don't want to talk to you about this. I'm talking to Evan right now. So how long have you been in Maine? Have you always lived there?
3.5 years now, something like that. But I was born and raised in Vermont, so not very far away from here. Pretty similar climates. Yeah. And I lived on the West Coast for like a decade.
Yeah. That's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
In my head, that's basically the same thing. Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire. It's all like the same. Yeah. Do Morgan's got visitors. Now we can make fun of him and he can't say anything, Evan. So where did you so your wife's from South Dakota, you were telling me. And how'd y'all meet?
Way.
Yeah. Yeah, another one from South Dakota.
Do you know a lot of South Dakota?
Chris, you were born in South Dakota or something, weren't you?
Yeah. She's from West River. Where are you from?
Oh, I grew up 8 miles from the South Dakota border, so I was born in South Dakota, but that would be East River, obviously. So she's from the ranch lands part of
she grew up
South
on
Dakota,
ranch,
way out West River. Nice.
Cool.
That's pretty cool. There's not that many people in South Dakota, so I always find it interesting.
It's like 14,
from there.
or is it up to 15?
Close, yeah.
Something like that.
There's like 800,000 people in the whole state, so that's how small it is.
I don't even know. I guess South Carolina's got a few million, but whatever. So, you're up there in Maine. You've been doing Murph for like 2 years now. How many Murphs have you done?
I just finished the halfway point for the second year, so that's 26 this year, and then I did like, I don't know, call it 75 or so last year. So 100 or more, yeah.
Nice. You
Well,
do all those outside, I guess. You didn't buy true form, so you could do them in your basement.
No.
Like a bitch.
I've just heard of people doing that. I don't know if any of those are around.
My pull-up bar is undercover, so it's not really outside.
That's incredible. So,
if I was really tough, I would put one on the side of my garage outside and just do it all in the snow.
That would be too much. Come on.
is it made out of metal? Like, I think there's times where you shouldn't be touching metal.
Yeah, so
when it's
my
that
pull-up
cold.
bar is super advanced.
I don't know.
It's like a wooden dowel hung off a rafter with 2 pieces of rope, and so that's not metal. Yeah.
No, that's perfect. Yeah.
It rotates.
Is it slippery?
But it's not slippery.
No, it's wood.
Okay.
Yeah, Evan's part of the free spinning pull-up bar crew.
Nice.
With
I am
people.
not. I'm not. No, mine's fixed. It is fixed atop my squat rack, so it does not rotate.
I'm very impressed you've kept going, man. There aren't a lot of people that kept going. After
There's a
the
few.
year's over. So,
I mean, it's gotta be
yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm impressed with
it's
anyone
like
that
a
keeps
habit
going.
now, you know? Just gotta do it once a week.
We're gonna have to get Morgan a sitter for next time.
I mean, it's weird that she's up. It's 8:30. Like, she shouldn't even be awake.
No.
Evan, do you have kids? Don't do it. They're fun. They have
Children
their
are a
moments.
blessing.
They're a blessing. That's a good way to put it. Because you can be as sarcastic as you want with that same statement and mean it.
Mm-hmm.
So you've done Murph. How fast what's your fastest Murph, if you don't mind saying?
I'm not super fast. My best vested time is just under 45 minutes. Unvested is like mid-30s or so.
Yep, see, that's no slouch either. I would be
Pretty
a
similar.
slouch. Yeah. I'm definitely a slouch when it comes to Murph times.
Evan and I can definitely do Murph together. That's kind of where I am, too, from
Yeah.
a time perspective, if I want to go hard.
We could do Murph together. We just wouldn't finish
There's
together.
definitely a lot of
Well, we can finish together if we all want to do it
Yeah.
exactly 60 minutes. That sounds great.
Yeah, we could do that. Maybe we should get together. So
Weren't you, Evan, are you joining Dominic in the Broken Arrow thing too?
Yeah.
No?
I'm going to be...
I'm trying to remember.
Next weekend is going to be halfway for me. So, do it once a month for a year. But
Ooh. Tell everybody what Broken Arrow is and what you're doing.
So Broken Arrow's it's kind of like Murph, but a little bit longer. You put on a vest, you do 150 squats, 100 push-ups, and 50 pull-ups. Then you take the vest off, and I modify it because you're supposed to do a bike ride, but I don't have a bike, so I do a 6-mile run, and then a whole bunch of jump roping, and then do another 150, 150 at the end.
To be clear,
that's
unpartitioned on the calisthenics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then
you got to do those straight through.
A bunch of jump ropes is 1,000 double unders. To be clear.
So you're obviously doing the competitor version.
Yeah,
because it's scaled too. There's
I'm
different
doing the adapted
versions, right?
Competitor standard, yeah. Because I can't. I don't have.
Yeah, you're doing it because you don't got a bike adapted. Yeah. I've done the established version once, and it still took me 2 hours.
Yeah, it takes me like an hour.
That was a couple of years ago, though. I would like to think I could do it a little bit faster. But I also have a bike, so maybe I should try it probably with a bike.
I know I've done it twice, but I do think it's kind of
it takes me an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
don't know what. Yeah, that's what that sounds about like where I was too. But I do.
I do 2,000 singles. I don't do the 1,000 doubles because I can't jump rope for beans.
Yeah.
So I can do double unders, but it's incredible to me how fast I lose double unders once I've become fatigued. Like, I can do them. I can string 30, 40 double unders together, but doing that 5 or 6 times, and I'm wiped out. I have like little Adam George calves, and only like 5 people are going to understand what that even means, but he just doesn't have big calves, and he needs to hear about it. So
I can give you a really quick explanation of the origins of this joke. I think he had a calf cramp once, and then everybody just jumped on like Adam having small calves. And so for like 6 months now, it's just like once a week there's a meme about small calves, and people tag Adam George.
It's great.
It makes no sense.
It's a lot of fun. So you're doing Broken Eagle.
Yeah.
You're still doing Murph too. What else is next? Why are you doing all this to yourself?
For the challenge of it, just because I want to see if I can do it, mostly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really. I don't know. Like a deeper.
You got any big goals or events coming up?
No, I just want to be able to do a lot of hard stuff. That's basically what it comes down to.
You should have mentioned that you did a vested triple Murph fairly recently.
Yeah, it's like six weeks ago or something. Yeah.
That sucks. I have never done that. And
Yeah,
I don't want
I've
to
done
try it.
a bunch of doubles.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Wanted, to see if I could do another one, and so I tried a triple, and I was gonna bail at 2 if I didn't think I could do it, but it started once you're tired, you can just kind of keep going, and it's all the same, and so I just kept on for 3.
I agree, and it's like I don't know what percentage it is for you with Murph on the calisthenics, where it's like. Sorry, my dogs. But there's that point where you just need to get through I don't know if it's 20 pull-ups or 25 or 35, where you're gonna finish now. You have to. You've strategically committed, and if you don't do it, you've wasted all the time. Up to that point. So I've never ever stopped. I think maybe once last year I didn't do it after running 1 mile, but once the calisthenics start,
so the second year that I'm doing this, I'm not going to do any unvested. I'm going to do 52 vested, like complete Murphs, because the last year I did like I think a couple partials and a bunch of unvested ones, but I want to do like completely through, and so like once I start, I know I'm going to finish one for sure.
That's incredible. I was so ready to be done when we finished on Memorial Day. Now I don't know. I think I actually just screwed up though. I mean, really, I screwed myself in this because we were already doing Murph, and then he started BCT, and I keep looking back and I was like, why did you do BCT as well? I shouldn't have done that. I just got shiny object syndrome, and I thought I could do both, and I just got so burnt out on both so fast. Which is why I basically done away with those 1 year goal pursuits, and I'm just gonna try to get as good on my bike as I can. And Jared is definitely doing the Hotter Than Hell in July or August. It's a 100-mile bike race in the middle of Texas, and I've continued to say that I'm doing that, but I haven't signed up for it yet. So
you want another one with a 100-miler in New Hampshire that makes like a loop around this big mountain, so you could do that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, around Mount Washington.
That's good.
Around the mountain. See.
And there's a bike race that goes up Mount Washington too.
I thought you were gonna say it was. Gross.
No.
It's only like 5,000 feet of elevation gain. Come on.
I don't think I've been on my Airdyne. I wouldn't even know. Like, I haven't been on an Airdyne in probably 18 months.
I hopped on.
Just don't ever select that as a conditioning option.
I don't like the Airdyne for conditioning. But I do like it for warm up. And for whatever reason, Zone 2 on the Airdyne is not bad for me. Don't know why. I think it's because it's so easy to control my heart rate when I'm on the Airdyne that I can, if I start falling low, I can very easily get it back into it, and then when you get too high, you just kind of slow down or stop moving my arms or something like that and just do legs, and I don't know, I'm able to maintain Zone 2 and on the Airdyne for some reason pretty well. But, well, cool, man. You're doing a lot. It's fun to see. You're always supporting me, which we appreciate. You're taking cool pictures, and you sent me a couple the other day, and you're like, and I'm like, I'm gonna use that, and you're like, really? yeah. It's just a cool picture, just off the cuff. I think you were just sending it to me to show me like the T-shirt turned out good. You liked it, but I definitely I like those. Sort of off the cuff. It gives a lot of it makes the brand a little more genuine to me, to have real people out there wearing my stuff, and I appreciate it. Chris, you got any more topics we need to cover with Evan? He's doing so much, and he's up there freezing out there in his garage. No insulation, no heater.
No, I think I want to make I think we need to have a Maine / Vermont trip. Do a road trip.
I feel like it's happening. I don't know if he's gonna accept us, but I think it would be a fun time. Another place I've never been.
Like November-ish, so it's not super cold.
Yeah,
but not this November.
This November, we're all in South Carolina, or North Carolina, sorry.
Where it is super cold. All right. Well, very good. We're gonna get out of here, guys. Want to thank y'all for listening. Go to the website, check it out. Got some cool shirts. a very annoying pop-up that will slam you in the face immediately upon entering the website. And, you know, I hate the pop-up as well, but if you sign up, you get 15% off, and you get entered into our email group, and you get to know about what's coming up and what's coming out, and new shirts and any sales I'm doing, and just a good way to know what's going on. Like I said, Evan, appreciate you coming on, man. Have you on again sometime after you do a few more Murphs and a few more Broken Eagles, and we can talk about how terrible it was. And,
it's Broken Arrow, damn it, Trampus.
Broken Eagle?
Broken Eagle. Broken Arrow.
Well, why didn't you correct me the first time?
I did. You just didn't hear me.
Oh, were you on mute because of your children?
Well, that could have been.
Just get control of your house, and I'll start saying Broken Arrow. How about that? No, we'll get Evan back on maybe after the hibernation period up there in Maine, when y'all thaw out. And
yeah, thanks.
It's been good talking with you.